if I want to send you a gift, I would need your address, which includes your country, your state, your house number, your street, and your name. If you miss any of them, you will not be able to get the gift. So we are going to discuss hierarchy of classification, which is a ranking system that every living thing must belong to. We use King Philip come over for good soup to remember it. So we are just considering only the first letter. There are 7 in numbers, so we are going to discuss about them, and I'll be using a simple terms, a simple analogy, which is real life activities, to explain it so that you can easily understand it, because I don't want you to cram, I want you to understand it. The first one we have is the kingdom. So see kingdom as your continent. The next one is phylum. So see phylum as your country. The next one we have is order. See order as your state. The next one we have is class. See class as your local government. The next one we have is family. See family as your street. The next one we have is genus. See genus as your house number. The last one we have is species, which is you, the individual. So we are going to be explaining, I'll be explaining the basic meanings of all these things. So I'm going to start from the list, which is the species, the last one, and move to the first one, the largest, which is the kingdom. When you come to species, for you to say that anything is a species, that thing must be able to give birth to something that has ability to give birth. For example, now, if Friday and Saturday should come together and produce Sunday, if that Sunday is able to give birth, if that Sunday is able to give birth to another thing, that means Friday and Saturday are species. If Sunday is not able to give birth, it means that Friday and Saturday, they are not species. So species, for you to say that something is a species, it must be able to give birth to something that must be able to give birth. So that is just species for you. Now, when you come to real life, if you want to write something, maybe if you want to fill a file, they will tell you that you should fill your surname and also fill your other names, because both your surname and your other names, that is what they can use specifically to recognize you, to know who you are, and that is just how it is. So when you come to ranking system, let's take this species as that your other names, and take your genus as your surname. In real life, if you want to write your surname, you must start it with capital letter. If you want to write your other names, you must start it with capital letter. But that is not how it is when you come to biology. When you come to biology, in ranking system, we are taking genus as your surname. So if you want to write genus, you must start it with capital letter. We are taking species as your other name. If you want to write species, you must start it with small letter. This one, it does not matter the position of it in your writing. The position does not matter. And that is what binomial nomenclature is all about. For example, we have Homo sapiens, which is human being. Homo is the genus. You must start it with what? Capital letter. Sapiens is the name, which is the species. So you must start it with small letter, and that's just how it is. So let's move over to kingdom. Kingdom is divided into 5. Kingdom is divided into 5. The first thing we have is kingdom protista. These ones are bacteria. They don't even have nucleus. The next one we have is kingdom monera. These ones are cells. They are just made up of cells. Example, amoeba, euglena. I talked about them in my previous video. The next one we have is kingdom fungi. These ones are made up of molds and mushroom. You see that molds that you see in your bread, even in your onions, and you refuse to throw them away. They are actually fungi, and fungi like to feed on dead things. The next one we have is kingdom plantae. They are plants. The last one we have is kingdom animalia. That is animal, including you. I remain your scientist, Happiness Summer. See you in my next video. Take care.